Nearly Christmas. I think it's important to remember that this time of year, it's not a good time for everyone. I was walking down the street the other day and this old man came up to me and he was quite frail, he was a bit kind of unsteady on his legs and he was homeless and it was quite sad really because he was basically just given up. And he turned to me and he said, "I've got nothing to look forward to this Christmas. Nobody cares about me, nobody loves me." And I was like, "Dad, come on! Just because we don't love you, here's a £5, buy yourself a hot drink." I'm joking. I didn't give him a £5. So I'm going to spend Christmas at my aunt's. Now my aunt, and I do like my aunt, but she's one of those people, she's really smug and really arrogant, and she's got this 14-month-old kid, 14 months old, so basically all he does is shit and cry. It's a great life. And even so, constantly she is showing off about his kid, constantly. Last time I went round there, she said, "Ask him to make any animal noise at all." So I went cow and he went moo. I went sheep, he went bar. So I went zebra. Couldn't do it. Retard. So I used to be a teacher. Teaching is hard, like really hard. I remember there was a time when literally the class every day in, day out was just a nightmare. It was killing me. I was exhausted. I was so drained, and the kids just weren't listening to me. It was awful, and I realised I need to stand up for myself here. I need to get some control back, and so I thought, have a bit of fun, a bit of a joke. I'll play a prank. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I thought I'd play the prick stick prank. You know when you put glue on someone's chair when they're going to sit on it. We didn't know any prick sticks, so instead I used super glue. And anyway, I got it all sorted. Got the right chair. Kids were waiting outside, and I was pretty giddy at this point, excited. The problem was that I had such little control over the class. None of them sat in the right seat. I ended up accidentally pranking the teacher assistant. The one person who was on my side in that classroom. The worst thing though, I got my feedback at the end of the lesson. The Ofsted inspector failed me. So I've left teaching, and I'm now a social worker, surprisingly. I mean, this joke doesn't go well for social workers. Just slagging off our profession here. So, a lot of our job, I think social work is quite misunderstood. People don't really know what we're doing. They don't really understand what social workers do. And a big part of our role is to go into families and to look at, I guess, the quality of the parenting. And I think when you do go in, even though I'm quite new, quite inexperienced, probably 9 times out of 10, you know straight away that things are fine. Like there was one I was doing the other day, and as I said, as soon as I went in, I knew it was fine. Just because you get a feel for it. It was the typical kind of, loving family scene. The mum was about to put something in the oven. The dad was doing some filing on the settee. The kid was crying in the cupboard. So I left pretty much straight away. Although, in certain cases, rare cases, a child does have to be removed from their parents, quite sad. And we say that the child is going into care, so they're in care. The thing about kids in care is that they moan all the time. It's like, we get it, you don't live with your parents. I don't live with my parents. I'm not complaining about it. What's that? You only get £1 pocket money per week? My parents stopped my pocket money completely 6 months ago. being a social worker, there is quite a lot of negative media attention, really. So what I would end with a slightly more uplifting story. Sometimes, though, as a social worker, you do occasionally you manage to connect with someone. You manage to get through to an individual, and when it happens, it's quite rare. But when it happens, you get to witness them go through a phenomenal amount of change. And that's an incredible feeling, really incredible. And sometimes it's not kind of major, massive changes, it's more just the small, everyday things that, we may take for granted, but they can be a real struggle for people. And I was talking to someone the other day, and I was saying to them, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of how far you've come. When you look back from when you start working where you are now, you're getting up in the morning, you're attending the parenting programme, you're cooking dinner, putting food on the table, you're changing nappies, that's great. But you're only 5. Your parents should be doing that for you. And you're like,